Hey everyone, this is Yukai Chow, and I'm making some videos just to maybe even document a bit about how things are going as I am working towards publishing my second book, 10,000 Hours of Play. And so my first book, Actionable Gamification, did pretty well. It sold over 100,000 copies organically, so it didn't really do like a book tour, big promotions, because I'm not a full-time author. Once I finished that, I went back to work on my companies and startups I was already behind. And so, I think just really excited about my second book. For those who are curious and end up watching this video, which I don't think that many people will see, Actionable Gamification right now organically makes about $40,000 to $50,000 a year for me, which is pretty good for the effort I put in maybe like 8 years ago. So extra private information just for checking me ramble. But 10,000 Hours of Play, really excited. I think it's gonna be much bigger than my first book. One, I'm actually putting in more promotional effort. I'm like, hey, the first book did well, so let's put in good effort, let's push this. The first book was more B2C, so you had to be like B2B. You had to be a company, a program manager, an educator, like you're designing for someone else. I still super recommend it. But the second book is B2C, like any even high schooler who's motivated or anyone who doesn't like what's going on with their life in their 50s can pick up the book, and I seriously think will transform their lives and become more successful and enjoy things more, have more fun. So 10,000 Hours of Play is gonna be on 3 pillars, which is the first pillar is that, well, first of all, there's a 6-step process to turn your life into a game. And in our research, every successful person in history has those 6 steps aligned. And we have many cool case studies like Gandhi, like Walt Disney, Elon Musk, Oprah, Marie Curie, Leonardo da Vinci, Sun Yat-sen, Steve Jobs, just a variety of people. And all of them have their 6 steps aligned. In fact, some of them, when they only have 4 or 5 steps aligned, they were not successful. They went through very frustrated periods of their life, and it's only when they found these 6 steps that they became successful. So that's pillar 1. Every successful one we've studied has achieved those 6 steps before getting what we call their legendary achievement in their lives. And step 2 is that our goal for the book, the vision for the book, is that we want to create 1,000 more Elon Musk, Leonardo da Vinci's, Marie Curie's, Walt Disney's in the world, because we're helping people align those 6 steps. So of course we're gonna have way more readers, but obviously not everyone's gonna become legendary, right? So, but the goal is that because the book exists, 1,000 more of these people will exist in the world, which I think is very cool, very inspiring. We're gonna do a Kickstarter early next year. So for those who are supporting that Kickstarter, that's what you're supporting. You're supporting the creation of 1,000 more of these legendary people in this world. And of course, the third pillar is, you could be the reader, could be one of those 1,000 people, right? Of course not, it's just, you could just be someone that's very successful in the field and do very well and enjoy your life. So of course, the book teaches people how to align their 6 steps. How do you find the game you're playing? How do you find your attributes, your strengths and weaknesses? How do you find the perfect role in the game you're playing based on your attributes? How do you identify which skills to work on? How do you enhance them? How do you figure out synergetic skills? And also how do you get to find the right allies, and also doing the right quests. Again, tasking, because I'm driving and I need to focus on driving, or else it'll be dangerous, or else the book will never publish if I don't focus on my driving too much and I get into some problems here, right? Anyway, so the book is almost done, almost finished editing. We're still upgrading some imagery. We are working on the Kickstarter. We're finding some partners, and because I've been quite successful in my companies and in my cryptocurrency is doing very well. Like I've done a very good job buying low, selling high, and now I think it's high, so I'm selling it. Most people who still have it, like they're pumping, like, hey, buy more, but I'm just very honest. Like when it's low, when Bitcoin was at 15, like 3,000, 5,000, 15, 30,000, 40,000, I buy. And you know, when it's over $60,000-$70,000, it's reached the previous highest points. So it could go higher, it could go way higher, I don't know, but I know that it's already relatively high. And so I sold, I'm selling. I'm not selling all of it. I sell 1/3 to optimize my happiness. That's another video. Like, it doesn't matter. My strategy is optimize for happiness. Like, no matter if it goes up or down, I'm happy. And I've learned that I sell 1/3 of what I have, which means if it goes down, I'm happy. If it goes up, I'm happy. Again, another video. So I'm planning to invest like over $100,000 in launching the book, pushing the book, doing all of that. Now, potentially the Kickstarter might get more back, but I'm paying. I want to reinvest it. I want to pay the people who are helping me, all that stuff. So I'm really geared to make this as successful as possible. So just documenting things. I don't know if I will be repeating a lot of this in other videos. We'll see. Don't really care if this one gets 5 views or 5,000 views. I've learned that a lot of the social media engines, you just make things that don't have a lot of views, and then eventually one might get more, and then people might check out the other videos. I haven't been really focused on managing my social media much, because most of my time is doing design work for clients, right? When I work on client projects, like a $200,000 project, that understandably uses a lot of my time and my team's energy. And then I also made 1,200 videos for Octalysis Prime, my education platform. Those are private videos, not social media stuff. So I just haven't been very focused on creating my social media brand. But maybe I will start and see how it goes. I mean, I don't even know. Like, this is a pretty long video now, 7 minutes, and I'm doing vertical, which is usually good for shorts, right? Short videos. And long videos maybe horizontal. I'm not even sure what platform I'll push this on. So just being very raw, right? There are some things in my life I'm doing very well on. I think a lot of people would like what I have achieved. And there are things that I'm just silly. I don't know what I'm doing. I stutter in this video, and there's things I'm figuring out. So just being real and authentic. And hopefully the goal is to have some regularity. So I mean, if you're watching and you want to motivate me, encourage me, just as usual, just give me some likes, some hearts, or show a friend like, hey, this is cool, it's interesting. And it might motivate me to make more reliably and whatnot. But some people like the UK Chow rambling. If you don't, no worries. Again, I'm doing very well in life, so I don't need more followers, social media. Like, I don't need to get more credentials. Like, I already have this speaker, lecture at Harvard, Yale, Stanford. My design work helped 1.5 billion people. So I don't need more validation, at least for my emotional psychology. I think if my book failed miserably, I will be pretty sad, because I put so much work into it, and I really think it's going to do much better than the first one. And I'm putting in over $100,000 into it. So if it doesn't do well, I think I'll be sad. But oh, people aren't watching my videos, they're not watching me rambling, don't really care. It's life is still good. So anyway, I think I'm gonna conclude here. I'm pretty stressed. So I'm making these videos while I'm driving, so that's probably gonna be a theme. Most time when I'm making or I'm driving, I'm listening to some kind of podcast or learning something. Sometimes just learning about some games, but I'm also applying that to my work. But picking up kids sometimes, and I can make a film, and we'll see where it can output. So anyway, that's it. Signing off.